Hello, folks. Welcome to the Hello World, podcasting with Magdalena. How is everybody doing? Hey, thanks for tuning in and welcome to my podcasting channel. I just wanted to welcome everybody, especially those who are new to my podcasting and who are just kind of plugging in to figure out what it is about. Just want to kind of elaborate on it. My podcasting is about personal growth, personal mastery, trying to understand ourselves in these crazy times and figure out who we are. And in the meantime, I share our information. And I also like to use astrology as a personal or collective GPS. As for the beginning, I always like to ask, hey, how are you folks handling this pretty incredible, crazy, intense energy? Welcome to our reality, as we shall say. Wow. So what are we gonna talk about today? Well, first of all, before I totally forgot, I just wanted to wish everybody happy Valentine's around the globe. If you're celebrating it, it's nice gesture of attention. But I wish we would have a little more of this kind of energy, to share with the world. But, it is what it is. So happy Valentine's, folks. And just do something nice for yourself. And let's see, what are we gonna share today? So, interesting charts. We still have a sun in Aquarius. Moon is in Gemini. Mercury is in Pisces. So that's very interesting. So watch out if you're talking to somebody and they are very sensitive. So it will end up to be quite a bit of emotional communication. Venus is in Capricorn, so she's a little more, intense. She will tell you, the way it is. And then we have Mars in Aries, which I absolutely love it. It's pretty naughty boy. Want to be insertive, bringing fresh new energy, even though it's, hitting some, aspects that are little less sympathetic to it. But hey, who cares? Let's just, have this little fresh Aries energy. Like I said, I really like that aspect. And then we have Sagittarius, Jupiter in Sagittarius, Saturn in Capricorn, Uranus in Aries. So, that will actually move into Taurus in March, as we've been talking in the last podcasting. Neptune, Pisces, Pluto, these are actually a slower moving planet. So nothing big here, nothing changed. The only thing is changing that Chiron is moving into Pisces on 18th. And the only retrograde right now we have Lilith in Pisces. So this is very actually interesting. I really wanted to kind of jump on that for right now, this second. Because, like I said, Chiron is moving out the Pisces, and Lilith is, to my own resources, and the way I'm seeing Lilith is that, aspect of ourselves that is very buried, and we are actually ashamed of it, feeling guilty, or we holding as a secret. So we don't want to bring it on the surface, being in a Pisces. And Chiron will still kind of dig it out because these are the last days in Chiron, in Pisces. So it will actually intensify and bring it out. And Mercury will actually also give a little push because it's emotional. So it does not have, and it's a water sign, and does not have this, aggressive energy, fire energy, but it has more this mellow, dreamy, let's say spiritual aspect. So it may actually soften us and allow, to come to the surface, which would be absolutely amazing because the sun is moving into, into Pisces on the 19th. So, so we will have a little more Pisces energy, and that will be actually almost saying, having a party with Chiron before it moves into the Aries energy. This is how I would kind of say it. But I would actually go into a little more details right now between Aquarius, between Aquarius and Pisces energy. Even though we are kind of in reverse, that we are moving out the Pisces into Aquarius. To figure out when is the definite time, it's hard to say it because a lot of people are talking about it in a different dates, different times. And I would say this is that if you're kind of following your own astrology chart, you kind of get a little glimpses that you are kind of pushed more into this new Aquarius age already, because the transition, we have this time of transition between these two ages, so it could take a time. But this is something that we are actually dealing already, maybe in the last 30 years, what I could recall it. This starting the awakening, starting to everything to kind of crash down, fall apart, and so practically it doesn't happen overnight, but what we are right now seeing is unbelievable intense. So definitely we can say that we are somewhere in the crescendo of hitting the tipping point. But the question will actually become, what direction are we gonna go? Because in the age of the Pisces, we were dealing with a lot of control, and also some people are calling it actually a parasitic system. And I would totally agree with that because it was unbelievable, deceptive, and it was pretty harsh on the humanity. Let's just say that. Even though, we don't have to go into history, just look at around right now, what we are dealing with is just incredible. I mean, as I've been talking about, I think two podcasting before, I was mentioning it's almost look like humanity is under attack, and I would say we may have to kind of put humans under the endangered species. The way it's going on right now is just very, very intense. On one side, I would say, there's dealing with the conflict between the generations. Okay, this is something that I would actually like to point out. And at the same time, we are also dealing with changing the ages. And so many astrological changes are going to happen. Again, we are having right now, Chiron will move from Pisces into Aries for the next 8 years. So that will end up to be a huge shift. And then Uranus moving out the Aries into Taurus, that's another huge shift. But the reason I was kind of pointing out this age of deception is that look at how many stuff is getting revealed. And what is really also happening is that this old system, is not willing to give in. It's not willing to collapse, and it's not willing to change. So the system is really actually being used with a lot of aspects to still keep the humanity suppressed, controlled. Let me just kind of point out something here. I was listening to You Are Free TV. She published amazing video on February 13th. And you really want to kind of, check her out. I absolutely love her information because she's really going into the details and, breaking down what's really going on. And also, what I was trying to say here, remember I was kind of complaining in the last podcasting there, I was upset how the kids are being used right now to talk or advocate for the things climate change. And I was upset that, kids should not be the one who are getting used here. And what I really love that she was also concerned about that. So this is why I'm actually recommending you that you can see it, that some other people are also concerned about certain things. And what I really like about, she put a few links down, and one of the links, what I picked up about was from the Natural News, and boy, is he getting chased down. He created the analysis about this Green New Deal, folks. And he talks about this Green New Deal would unleash a catastrophic food collapse and Venezuela-style mass starvation across America. But not just here, we are not the only one, folks, who are dealing. The whole world is dealing with it. So, the whole world is dealing with this system that is in the collapse, in a stage of collapsing. And, but the one thing what we are really dealing here, what we are struggling with that is that what direction we are going to go after this. Because Aquarius, if we are kind of moving slow into the Aquarius, it is about merging, male-female energies, a blend spirituality and material world, where we are actually going beyond polarization. Because remember, we've been talking about that, how much we are actually right now in this era. We are so polarized. It's just incredible, And another thing is that what always frustrates me is that how little people are interested about what's really going on. I got yesterday a very interesting quote, and let me just find the picture. I will tell you immediately about. And it is so true. Hold on, one more. Oh, it's even not here. Okay, but the point was, in a sense, that let me just go on my Twitter. I'm sorry, but the point was, in a sense, look like you can eat kale or drink alkaline water, or do all the supplements, go for yoga or run for the gym, But if you're not dealing with the problems, what's really going on in your heart or your mind, you are still unhealthy. Hey, I memorized it. Awesome. Because the reason why I'm saying this, because actually many, many years ago,